Don't go away, Nancy Drew. I'm sorry, I hit a button. Stay. Oh no, I broke it. No. Shh. Okay. Look, it's new. Oh my god. Dare to play. Okay, that part didn't need to be creepy. I'm gonna scrutinize the hell out of this. After 4 years. The loading thing's real big. Real big. I like it. I really like it. Now that I'm older. They didn't have loading screens before, did they? I had literally played through 7 of them preparing for this day. I can't remember a load screen. There must have been one. I don't think there was. Come on, computer game, please. Yes! Holy cow, look at this! It's so different! They changed it from senior detective and junior detective. Now it's master sleuth and amateur sleuth. Huh. I don't like sleuth as much as detective. Again, though, we never had a loading screen.
Dear Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here. The Book of Apologies, which dates back to the 17th century witch trials in Salem. I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting some good scares and mysteries. Ever yours, Nancy.
Where'd she say she was?
Feels like ages since I was on my last adventure.
Oh, they addressed it! They addressed it!
So, are you coming in?
That's alright, Miss Drew. I'd prefer to stay out here.
Why? It's so warm and inviting in here.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although, I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked. And
That
I
is
don't
not
have
a
the
problem for
key.
Nancy Drew.
But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have from the other side of this door. I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity here. Well, in that room at least.
Okay, so, because this is the first game in forever, I guess. Ooh, do not like that. Do not like that.
Ah, much better. What a wonderful view.
That was always like that. That's a thing.
You said Judge Sewell was a pious man.
Yes,
Probably.
he believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Okay, yep, that's fair. Okay. It wants me to do that or that'll never get off the screen. Wait, why do I have a checklist? I'm playing in the senior detective mode. Master sleuth mode. Ugh. Carson and Ned. Nice. Oh, look, we got taxis! Australia has some wonderful views. Nice. Still on vacation. Gonna hang out with new friends tonight. Miss you. Catch up more later. The bus is here. Talk to you soon. The old phone, old acquaintance in Salem asked me for a favor, and since you're already in the area, it would be a great help. I love me a good castle, that is true. I still am interrupting your vacation, and don't mention it's for fun, really. Let me know when you meet Dr. Hurst. The book should hopefully be stored somewhere within the mushroom. Talk to you later. Take care. I can take pictures in this one. That's good. Alright. And this... Okay. Alright.
Is this Judge Sewell's desk?
Ah, yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials. Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Allegedly.
Yes.
I found a letter. It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. He asks for her forgiveness and for God's.
State I have been racked with guilt, as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. Relentlessly have I cried for his mercy, longing for his light to bathe my conscious spleen. Over recent years, I have been sent punishments only attributable to godly wrath. 2 of our daughters have perished, with my wife's mother as well, and our latest child did not draw breath when born. I must repent, lest my children forever be held in anger and contempt by our Father. To right the wrongs made in zealous blindness, I am writing a book I call the Book of Apologies. To be worthy of his mercy, I am traveling the world to note down all the names of those wrongfully accused of witchcraft. Let this be my final legacy, my only way to right the wrongs I helped create. My guilt allows me not to ask for your forgiveness, though. Know that my soul remains forever tortured by the knowledge of what I have done. With regret, Judge.
What does this mean?
I mean, it's pretty clear what it means. Stream quality is better now, okay? For some reason I was having some problems with my stream quality. But it should be fixed now?
Locked.
Yeah, that's Nancy's phrase. I don't like this freeform camera thing. I don't like it. Okay. Well, jeez, that... I know it's just for holding candles, but jeez.
An old chest. But it won't open. But that's not really important right now.
Key might be in it. You don't know.
Some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful. Malleus Maleficarum. Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did.
Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
Oh, and I can click this button so that it's easy to read. Neat. Second head, question 4. The judge shall act as follows in the continuation of the torture. First, he should bear in mind that, just as the same medicine is not applicable to all the members, but there are various and distinct selves for each several member. So not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as to the charges laid against them, but various and different means are to be employed according to their various natures and persons. Now a surgeon cuts off rotten limbs, and mangy sheep are isolated from the healthy, but a prudent judge will not consider it safe to bind himself down to one invariable rule in this method of dealing with a prisoner who is endowed with a witch's power. Of whatever that word means. And whose silence he is unable to overcome. For if the sons of darkness were to become accustomed to one general rule, they would provide means of evading it as a well-known snare set for their destruction. Do I have any other? Nope. Okay. It's new still. Okay, so I got a new task.
There really isn't much here.
Yes, Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions, very little value outside their stated use.
There really isn't much.
Oh, great. You know, that room used to be a prison cell. Mosam Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history. The Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. After the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them. And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here.
So, you've seen his Book of Apologies.
The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I've never actually been in that room.
You mind if I ask why?
My stream quality is better now, but it was experiencing issues. Okay.
Well, let's just say that ghosts exist in this castle, and if they do exist, they definitely haunt that room.
Ghost? Can't say I've ever seen one, but they are non-corporeal by definition. Hard to tell how far up we are. Hard to tell how far up we are.
Okay, let's see. What do we have? I got that, and that, and this. Come on, this is the tutorial level.
Locked.
I know, Nancy. I want to look at it.
Locked.
I will open this. Because doing this stuff isn't worth doing anything. I can't look at these books any closer, or that, or the trunk. I want to look at the trunk.
Chest. But it won't open. But that's not really important right now.
Kind of is, you know? What about stuff on the floor? This is the first time I've ever actually had free cam. So it's possible they hid something on the floor or the ceiling to get us used to hello chains. I'm with the doctor here. I don't think I would open this room either. Okay, you know what?
Dr. Hurst?
Yes, I'm here.
How long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close. He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere.
Lucky I was already here on vacation.
Okay.
I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come. Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
From time to time. I'll get back to it.
Take all the time you need.
I will not be stuck in the tutorial.
Some of this stuff looks very old.
I'll be honest, my cursor scared me. I will not be stuck in the tutorial.
Hard to tell how far up. Hard to tell.
You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing journals where it keeps track of stuff. I will not get stuck in the tutorial. Come on. You're something I know you are. How about you? Yes! Yeah.
What a clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth. Easy. I found it. It's here.
What? Really? Amazing!
It's locked behind some sort of cage, though. The lock says A.W. Any ideas?
A.W.? No. But I have some tools in the shop that might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
Where is that? Hey, wait for me. The Book of Apologies. It's locked. The Book of Apologies. It's locked. The Book of Apologies.
Okay, we get it. It's locked. And the Book of Apologies. Is someone gonna come and steal it? Oh, clever. I bet someone's gonna come and steal it.
Nancy! This way!
Where is that? Dr. Hurst?
Nancy Drew, it's Deirdre Shannon.
Deirdre? Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of...
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but I'm in the middle of something big, and
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
Wait, don't hang up on me!
Elizabeth? Elizabeth!
Deirdre would not call you.
Hey! What are you doing? What? The book! They took the book!
Elizabeth, why'd you take the book? Because clearly it's Elizabeth. Who else would it be?
Stop! Stop running! Gotta move slowly.
Pick up a rock. Pick up a rock.
Come on. No!
All right.
Gotta figure out which way they went. Must be a clue here.
Well, let's take this key, yeah? Okay, let's not take the key. I mean, it says AW on it. Let's take the key. They can't open it without it. Oh, I didn't see that. It's yeah.
A.W. Same as the desk.
First class to Boston. 3D. Easy enough to find.
A ticket to Boston. This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
Excellent. I figured out where they are.
Yes, Deirdre. What is it?
You know where I am right now? Salem.
Salem. As in, which trial, Salem?
Avi, come on, Drew. My cousin has... well, she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out. But it turns out the situation is much more complicated than I anticipated. So now, I'm calling you to ask for some... guidance.
You want my help?
Wow, Deirdre.
Yes, don't make this more painful. I could use your professional opinion, okay?
Well, it so happens that the case I'm on is connected to Boston, which is just nearby Salem. And I was never a big believer in coincidences.
Oh, are you sure?
I'd love to.
Seriously?
I thought I had reached a dead end, but it looks like I have to go to Massachusetts anyway. In any case, a fresh perspective would do me good.
Ugh, you're already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
You're welcome. I think it might even be fun.
Oh, this is so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
Wow, thanks, Deirdre. Deirdre and Nancy are not friends, like, at all. Like, if Nancy Drew had an enemy that wasn't one of the people that are trying to kill her all the time, it would be Deirdre.
Drew. I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind. Keep the excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
No promises.
Where were you, by the way?
Austria.
Did I interrupt a vacation with Ned?
Didn't you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
Not great.
A
Face
fire?
and voice.
Was anyone hurt?
Happened in the middle of the night. No one was there, thankfully. The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a detective and everything, but this is personal. It's family. Well, extended, and from my father's side. But whatever, that's not the point. It's personal. You take my lead, okay?
Of course.
But...
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre. And in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
you know, respect your experience and whatever, but family trumps experience. It's sensitive, and I don't want you messing it up by being too...
To what?
To you.
you. You're a question machine. This requires gentle handling. Delicate.
Yeah.
And that's been your approach.
Well, like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
True.
Why don't we start with your extended family?
They're cousins. The Parrys. Parry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Yes. Tegan is the older one. May is younger. They had a difficult childhood, okay? And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
What can you tell me about May?
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me. Maybe a bit odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Odd how?
I don't know. Troubled teen stuff, difficult time as a kid. Oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That would be seen as suspicious.
That's the problem. Everyone is so suspicious of her. Prejudice, I guess. Because of... well, you'll see.
Sounds like we should talk to her soon.
Where do you think we're going?
That was the best one yet. This isn't... I mean, it's okay.
What does Tegan think about this?
She's worried about May, obviously. Tegan isn't like May. She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal cases, which is why she contacted me.
One more question. What can you tell me about this historic mansion?
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old. Like, really old. And now it's been set on fire.
Nothing else significant about it?
Well, yeah, a lot of things. But one that's kinda why you're here.
Which is why?
The Hathorn House is haunted.
Okay. Salem, Massachusetts, haunted house. Why not? Oh, that's loud.
What do you mean, haunted?
Exactly that. There's ghosts.
Deirdre.
I don't believe it either, Drew. But I can't explain it. Everyone seems to think they exist. With so many sightings, even if it isn't real ghosts, something is definitely going on. I thought that maybe you can disprove them. So, would you please get out of my car and come inside? If we're going to work side by side, you'd better learn to keep up with me.
That is the winner of the pumpkin contest, carving contest that Her Interactive does every year.
Thank you so much for coming. You know, you live in the same neighborhood for 20 years and you'd expect your neighbors to be a little more understanding when your family is falsely accused of a horrific crime. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Deirdre?
I'm good, thanks.
Tegan Perry, welcome to my home. Well, our home, although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted of a crime she didn't commit, I'm taking care of things around here. They'll be home soon, hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch, I found him on the internet. Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting her in clearing my sister's name.
Yes.
Assisting? Yeah.
She's innocent. I don't know why she won't help herself.
She was definitely off with your
She's got
boyfriend.
A difficult reputation. Well, you know, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily, not since... I'm sorry, are you hungry? There's clam chowder, homemade. A little taste of New England. I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy. Deirdre, sorry, you're bunking with May. Make yourselves at home. Oh, I almost forgot. After you girls get comfortable, you two should swing by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get suckered into that witch's walking tour. Olivia Ravencroft is not a witch.
Ravencroft.
She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts.
I thought you two used to be friends.
That was a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry, I gotta get going. Running late to an appointment.
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
Nancy, we just got here.
Sorry, I know you're in a rush. It would really help.
Of course. I have time for one question, if it'll help.
One question. Here we go.
What can you tell me about where the fire happened?
What have you heard about it? Look, I appreciate you want help, but I don't want you dragging all that up and upsetting May. You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not
what Nancy is asking about.
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorn House is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The Hathorn House fire. Yes, John Hathorn was one of Salem's founders. His large house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th century Salem.
Oh, is that all?
That was 2 questions. I said 1.
You got me.
But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Is there some other fire I need to know about?
No. May's accident was in a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
I understand.
You can read all about Judge Hathorn when you come to the museum later. Gotta run.
Got it.
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
I I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you. How you holding up?
I've been accused of worse.
No, you haven't.
Hey, at least I got you to get off your butt and finally visit me.
Oh, this is the girl I was telling you about. Nancy Drew.
Nice to meet you. Oh. She
Okay.
really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult.
I love her leggings, though.
Advice?
Do better? I'll be in the kitchen.
Deirdre's just always got resting bitch face going on. Ooh, cocoa creams!
Huh.
Don't just say huh. All we need... That star's gonna be important later. You just watch. Let me go over here! But Jesus. That's something. Last time there was something like that, it was Mitch did it. Man, wouldn't that be great if they could bring that back?
The kitchen table has a great view out into the neighborhood.
Okay, Deirdre. Nice talking to you too. Whew, Nancy takes big steps. Whoa, no. Bad Nancy. Down, Nancy. Nope. Okay, cannot get a closer look at the koala painting. Seriously, look at those leggings. They are literal fire. It's fantastic. Goodness, Nancy, you're skipping over all the cool stuff. Fine, we'll talk to her.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Oh, you're so weird. I'm done talking, okay?
Fantastic leggings.
Deirdre's convertible. Looks strikingly familiar. Deirdre's
Alright.
The Perrys recycle their paper waste. Good on them. Wait, what's this? Someone must have been upset. They tore this note up.
Alright, oldest. Alright, don't like how many steps that took to get to this puzzle. But I get it. Good thing it's a small puzzle. Look at that, it matches. That's weird. Alright, what do we got? Paper going everywhere. Okay, that's definitely not the right way for that paper. No one draws a knee like that. Well, that's pretty sharp, but that doesn't quite fit. Look at this. The lines go one way and the words go another. That's crap. Who writes sideways on a piece of paper? And then tries to make me fix it, honestly. I get any more veiled? I guess it's part of the K. There we go. Alright. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't even see that.
Yes, it is a note. But why tear it up like this?
Nope, nothing on the back. The 3D of this is so weird.
Rust be gone. Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron oxide will get in the way of investigating. Hiking the Patagonian highlands, outback safari, survival guide for the rainforest of Myanmar. The Perrys have a real taste for adventure.
Shame Deirdre doesn't.
Hiking the Patagonian highlands.
Just the incriminating paper. Nothing up there. I do not like this 3D stuff.
Found it.
Oh, it's an Easter egg!
Found it.
Anything else besides her? Just there? I wonder... Let me try a window real quick. That looks a little... kinda a bit better, but... barely any better. Let's try full screen. Full screen looks very similar to windowed, except for... I mean, there really wasn't much difference. I do want to figure out what's going on with my frames, though. Sorry everybody who's watching on Twitch. Alright, let's go. There is definitely some stuff hidden in these pictures. Okay, Nancy, you're like skipping all of the good stuff. Like this thing that says keep out. Thank you. New England Ryan, all that junk.
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
Joke's on you, that's Tegan's room. Don't like all of this.
Oops, wrong door. The guest room is at the end of the hall.
I don't like that there's no...
The neighborhood looks peaceful from up here. A good night's rest improves memory retention, but it's too early for bed.
Oh, maybe that's what's wrong with me. Do I actually have a time? No? I wanted to go to, like, home screen. I can't see, like, the clock. But I know it was like 10 o'clock when I got here. Oh, there's Jesus again. There's a note.
Huh.
Found Tegan's photo. Can I see it? I do not like this free moving thing. I just do not like it at all. Okay. I'm gonna go in there. This way. I'm gonna go this way. Alright, I just can't.
Deirdre would be upset if I left without her. She's waiting in the kitchen.
Can we do it anyway?
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
A non-answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And?
And they're still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing.
So they think she did it.
Everyone does. So, I went to check out the Hathorn house myself. But I never went inside.
The ghost?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
Alright, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal. This tour sounds interesting.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
You mean I want to meet the real witch of Salem?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You don't have to investigate everything, Drew.
That's kind of why I'm
Olivia
here.
steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like. You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to come with me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum.
We're doing both, Deirdre. Also, I wish Nancy wouldn't move so much when she's talking to people.
Are you ready to leave yet?
Yeah, I tried to leave, and then Nancy's like, won't we be upset if I left Deirdre here? And I'm all like, oh. Oh, I should read Ned's text. Ned!
Ned! Hi.
Nance, how have you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
Sorry, I've been on a flight.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself more, Nance. Life's too short to be working all the time.
This doesn't work for me. It's fun. Besides, crime doesn't take a vacation. Speaking of which, how's yours?
Ned, come on.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds like you're having fun.
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you, Nance.
I miss you,
Hey, give it back.
too.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Well, that was...
Yeah. They made Nancy much more teenager-y in this. And the movement's weird still. And my computer hates me streaming this, apparently. Okay. This one taken? How's it going? Everything's great. Miss you. Sure, the bus is here. Hey Nance, I swear you would have loved this place. We should go here together too. There was a robbery in the book I was looking for got stolen. What? Yeah, the drop following back to USA. Are you sure you shouldn't just let the police handle it? I'm saying, mister. There's something going on and I have to figure out what. Just let me know if there's anything I can do. I will love you too. So, fun fact about the whole love you shit. They didn't actually say it for the first, 31 games. And they finally said it in game 32. And this is game 33. So. They've been dating for, ever. Then Carson. I'm so sorry, but the book was stolen. Was anyone hurt? Yes, I'm fine. Elizabeth is shaken, but luckily she wasn't nearby when it happened, except for she was. She stole it. Come on, Nancy. Did you get a look at the thief? Stop saying he. It was Elizabeth. Was wearing a dark hood and used smoke bombs. I'm traveling to Salem to help a friend with a case I think might be related. Anyways, always hot on the trail. Just be careful. The old book isn't worth putting yourself in danger. I'm always careful. You take care too. Love you too. Talk to you later. Okay.
Visitors! By now you know the story of the witches of Salem. Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and greed, and they paid the price. They may have died, but witchcraft lives on in Salem.
Oh, this should be interesting.
The world
I like her outfit.
had you believe witches were not real. I'm not talking about old, ugly women who curse their neighbors and fly on broomsticks.
We met one of those.
Witches are real. They have always been real. They are alive and well. They are powerful, carrying the secrets of the world beyond the one we see. Ritual, mystery, magic. Most exist now only in secret, and they may be standing among you even now. It is said that in Salem, a coven of witches settled in recent years, set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches. Their ritual, one midnight on Halloween, unleashed the angry spirits of the past.
That's so cool.
How did you do that? Thank you. Now, if any of you are interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless dead.
Thief in Austria used the same kind of stage magic she's using.
Thief? There was a thief?
Oh, look at Deirdre.
What
She's
were you
excited.
doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Yes, actually.
Sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward.
Yep.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Me? Never. Well, nothing too bad, I hope.
Did you know that in the Malleus Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of people.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Oh, there it is. Now I'm turning red. You truly are a witch.
So to become a witch, do I need to take a test or get a diploma?
A true witch is not made with pieces of paper. She is born to it and will feel the call. Bureaucracy is for persecutors.
True.
We don't need permission. We don't live by the rules. Anyway, what can I help you with?
Why did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
A code? I thought bureaucracy and rules were for persecutors.
Although, if you take my self-guided tour, I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
How often do you do this show?
Most nights. It gets busier around Halloween. And I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police, dear.
I'm 18.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. We're just curious tourists.
Wow, good. Because I've already spoken with them.
And so, you were here.
I was out of town. Did you girls know that Salem is haunted? There's a ghost here. If you go on my tour, you'll learn where you can find it.
She's sort of floating.
You lived in Salem for long.
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Of course. Not well. If you were looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
That was a long time back. We don't talk much now.
And May?
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl. And sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not there. I don't think she burned down the Hathorn house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane explanations.
Okay, so a witch definitely didn't burn it down, but May didn't either.
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven that they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem
not
is
a
now
ghost.
considered the most haunted place in the country.
Interesting.
You think it's a coincidence that the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire?
I cannot adjust the settings in conversation.
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword: living. The world is composed of 2 equal parts.
I do not like this woman.
And light. The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. Plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick,
Your face
and
is
every
way too
tomb,
excited for this work.
the dark will appear. Usually when you least expect it. That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem, because the dark may reach out and take you. Also, did you know that Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America?
Come on, my
If you
self-guided
want to
tour.
learn why, you should go on my tour.
I like her slightly as a self-promotional moneymaker. She's very good at self-promoting.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Oh, cool! You can change the subtitle. You can change the difficulty at any time. That's great. All right, let's keep it on medium, I guess. Audios. Perfect. I did turn it up a bit, but I want to change so that voices are good, but background music is not.
Huh.
That's it, just huh? Oh gosh, I can actually talk to... Yeah, not gonna... Hey, it's one of the old Nancy Drews covers, I think. Oh no, it's not. It just looks like it's in that style. Nope, it just looks like it's in that style. Oh, it's upside down. That's cool. Nah, it looks like something from the, I can get more inventory space, right? Like, right? Alright, let's see what these protesters are protesting. Justice. Hello, Deidre. That was freaky as hell. Did I click off it? I did. Whoops. Deidre, stop being literally behind me, okay? I want to talk to the guy with the protest.
The museum is over there, across the square. That's where we can get the Real Witches tour tickets. The judge's office is in that building. If we want to go see him first, dive into the case, I think we should head right for the judge. What do you think?
Sounds good. Let's go meet the judge.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, more protesters are over here, so we'll be able to check out what's going on here. Hello, you are oddly suspicious, lady. But don't worry, because I can't look at you. Ooh, something's cool. Look at that. It's definitely a bookstore, but still cool. Deidre, we're going to talk about you being right here, by the way. I want to talk to this suspicious looking woman.
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
Okay.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Oh, I thought I was asking Deidre. I was all annoyed because Deidre wasn't answering.
That group is really chanting up.
You know how you can figure out Nancy? You just ask them. Watch me cross the picket line. Really? Not one of them got mad at me? False judgment, false claim. Are you guys talking about May? You can't be. I was under the impression that no one liked her. Judge Danforth. And restrooms.
Judge's office to the right.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's a judge, Deirdre. He's not gonna bite. Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah, hello. Ted? Is that you?
Do I sound like a Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew?
Carson Drew's daughter?
Daughter?
That one.
Yes. And I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Okay.
Do you know where I could find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
Alright, let's go do that then. Hello, security camera. I'd love to be able to click on you. Okay, not that room, I guess. Or that one. I guess when he said down the hall, I guess it was a different hall? What? That person's face doing the T-pose? Look at the, can you see this? Why isn't my cursor showing up? That's strange.
That group is really chanting up a...
It's kind of creepy when you... for some reason my cursor's not showing up. That's interesting. I'll have to figure out why. Okay. I'm just gonna walk right in.
Can I help you? Hi. So sorry to bother you at this hour. but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth, and he seems to be locked inside his office.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh. Well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
Aside from the cold coffee you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah. You could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance or more paper clips, feel free to ask.
And then that stuff gets all blurry and stuff when I'm... Anyway.
Hello? Judge Danforth. I'll come back later. Hello? I'll come back later. Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
I never ask first.
Yeah, sure, fine.
It's really interesting to get consent before I break into a building. This is kind of cool.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
Hold the drag pin, feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. I didn't feel anything. I'm going pretty slow. Well, I started going really slow. If I go faster, does it do? I don't get this. Okay, that one I got. That one made sense. Do I have to do them in a certain order, maybe? It's not really a feel. It's more of a hear, listen for. Must be a certain order. Okay, so it's this one first. Then this one. Not that one. Okay. That one. That one doesn't feel right, I guess. Ah, damn it, I should have kept going. Oh, went too far. I wonder if there's a way to figure out what order I'm supposed to do this in.
How'd you learn to do that, actually?
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Okay, so it just automatically checks it off for me. I still don't like the fact that there's no... That is a picture of flowers. Okay, I thought it was gears. It's not like I've never seen gear puzzles in this game. This game is great and known for gear puzzles. Yeah.
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place.
And they were burning down witches every week?
There's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy, dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions.
Go, Deirdre!
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Damn straight, Judge. I should bring Deirdre on all my cases. My cursor is not here. I think I have to change the settings. I'll figure that out next week.
Can you explain
Seriously, Nancy, stop moving.
Hathorn House?
Well,
Just stand still like you used
The
to.
house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property, the deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
Okay, you don't have to say at midnight. We know when days end. You're just trying to be more scary.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders.
Hold up.
And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence?
Yeah.
Not yet, but there will be.
You can't just blame
You
someone
don't
because
need
they're
evidence.
already evicted.
She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn house?
You'd have to ask her. And while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any
Yeah,
other
like
questions?
20 more. Hold the phone.
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty
Thanks.
business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. Trust me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you...
I wish I could tell you how many times I almost died.
I've
It's a
already
lot.
heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so... Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Okay, I would like to know more about that, but hold on. They said 3 judges. They've only name dropped 2 of them. Either the third one is the one in the Crucible that I read in high school. It was an okay book, actually. Or it's the guy, or it's the person who did it.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
Dude, this isn't even hard.
Described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime.
Are they also judges?
It is not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
She's not
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
So, how did Frances Tuttle pass away exactly?
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
You want to tell me where Luminous Infusions are?
See you later.
Miss True, before you go, there is something else I need your
Okay,
help
Nancy,
with.
please stop moving.
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Oh no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
Oh, we're gonna go investigate that in that room. See, Nancy, like this. See how you're not moving and not giving me motion sickness? Stay like this. Is there a button for that? Can Nancy not shuffle around so much button? That's cool. Oh god. Let's see. Evidence is that way. Come on, someone broke in when there's a giant freaking camera right here? I find that hard in general. Maybe Alicia saw it. Okay, Deirdre, what did we say about being literally right there every time I turn around?
So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. He's not telling us everything.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then.
Okay. I can do that. Oh, false judgment, false claim, the AW
That
group.
group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
Got it. Alright, let's go check out these adorable looking shops. Scream.
The shops aren't making a lot of business right now.
Well, let's go give them some and buy some ice cream. And coffee. Deirdre.
Ooh, should we take the witch tour?
Luminous Infusions. Right there.
shit.
Maybe we can learn something about the town.
Yeah, we'll do that in just a minute, okay? I want to go over here. In Magical Mysterious shop. Nope, okay. How about anywhere else? How about the statue of this fat guy? Can I read about him?
Darn, missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
But look at all the tea! There's so much tea! I want it.
Darn, missed.
You know, Deidre, I'm actually not as scared of you as I was. Oh, there's the cemetery they were talking about. I clicked off screen, sorry. Salem Cemetery.
It'll be more useful to explore the graveyard with a tour guide.
Fine.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history and information on the infamous witch trials.
Which is where I want to go. Please. Ravencroft Emporiums.
It's locked.
I'm really glad they brought that back. It was a joke in the fandom that Nancy can only say it's locked. Street art in Salem coming soon. Okay. Let's go talk to... Let's go figure out how this works. I'm gonna do a different view next time. Maybe I'll do full screen? Remembering the wrongly accused, may history never again be repeated. That's the Ravencroft look. There's a thing down there, but I guess that's not a big deal. Okay.
The carefully researched genealogy of several accused witches. Their names weren't fully cleared until 2001.
Wow, really? Martha, Mary, Sarah. Sarah Good. No, not George. Samuel, maybe? Another Sarah. John Willard. John Willard. I think that's the guy from,
The carefully researched...
The Crucible. Look how many shocked people there are. I bet none of that. I bet this whole town, I'm never going to hear a thing about how it's suspected that it's like some sort of rice poisoning or something. Or bread poisoning. There was some sort of something wrong with the feed. Hey, look, there's a book sticking out. I wonder if it's important. Let's go take a look. This one has a butterfly on it. No? Okay.
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history. From the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
Please let me check out these books that are open.
Sad that even children are named in the list of those accused witches. Like Abigail Johnson, just 11.
Wait, Abigail? That must be a different one. The Salem witch trials were a tragic time when those accused of witchcraft were not only adults, and the hysteria and accusations implicated even the youngest in Salem, the children. Many children were accused, trialed, and put into prison. Abigail Johnson, at the age of 11, was one such child accused of witchcraft. Her mother, Elizabeth, was also accused of witchcraft in the trials. Abigail had lost her father just 2 years before the Salem trials, and she was being raised by her mother and grandfather. The trials were known for accusing many widows and... Oh! I've never seen it this way before. Accused of many widows and people who have been in trouble for any number of reasons, especially those who may have relatives who were outspoken against the trials or came from a position of wealth. Such was the case for young Abigail. History notes that her grandfather was an early critic of the witch trials and was known to be outspoken about the injustice of the trials proceedings. Abigail and the numerous members of the Abigail's family were accused of witchcraft. The examinations were known to take into account these members of the family for many of those accused. For Abigail, this included her mother, her sister, and one or more famous persons accused in the trials, her aunt, Abigail Faulkner. That must be it. Aunt Abigail Faulkner was arrested around the same time as young Abigail and accused of afflicting others, resulting in her confession. For Abigail Johnson, this time of her life was a long series of examinations, accusations, trials, and dispositions. Her aunt was arrested on August 11th of 1692. Her testimonies resulted in an arrest warrant being issued for young Abigail Johnson on August 29th, even though she was only 11. Abigail's widowed mother was also arrested. The Johnsons were arrested and examined on September 16th. Shortly after, Abigail's brother was arrested. Other family members, including her cousins, were examined and are recorded to be among the young children who were accused of witches in Salem. The trials appeared to have embroiled suspicion and accusations where neither family nor child were spared from implication, questioning, and arrest. For Abigail Johnson, while both she and her family were arrested, none were among those who were executed. Still, the accused who were imprisoned suffered from poor conditions and the loss of family and friends. After the trials, many of the accused were known to have petitioned the court for payments for their losses and asked for the courts to clear their family names. The family of Abigail Johnsons, who were suspected of witchcraft, included her brother, Stephen Johnson, and her older sister, Elizabeth. The fear of dark evil spirits possessing the people of Salem, both the old and the young, caused hysteria, resulting in 20 people executed and over 200 accused of witchcraft. Sadly, the hysteria started with the accusation that actually originated from young children. When Elizabeth Parris, age 9, Abigail Williams, age 11, claimed to be possessed by the devil and blamed local witches for their actions. Ironically, these first accusers were children. Their accusations became the spark that led young children, even younger than Abigail Johnson, to be added to the growing list of the accused. When the children who were accused of witchcraft were arrested, like Abigail Johnson, they endured pain while kept in the local, called the witch jails. The children accused and arrested had cold and dark walls in the prison with rats and little food. Dorothy Tarkaris Good was the youngest child in these trials. She was accused when she was only 4. She was the youngest among the accused and had to spend 8 months in prison dungeon. The trials ended for little Dorothy, but her mother, Sarah Good, was later executed. The little children accused of witchcraft in the Salem witch trials suffered and are always to be remembered as we honor the accused. Jeez. Holy cow. Unnatural smoke, people loitering, someone carrying a jerry can? What's a jerry can? People are worried about arson here.
Let's see.
How many of these weird candle things are going to be around?
Let's see.
No, I don't see why I have to be here. Let's talk to Tegan.
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
So go over there and look. See, I'm not going to stop you.
There's
Tegan
something...
might.
Hey, sorry about the mess. We're in the middle of installing a big showcase.
Where's the gas can? I missed
What
it.
have you seen in town so
Oh,
far?
you told me that's what
We
it
decided
is.
to do the Real Witches tour.
Oh, you talked to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course.
Found door ticket. Oh boy, that is expensive. Holy cow. Oh, neat.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
Why do I have a pumpkin now? Why did you just let me carve a pumpkin?
How's the investment?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
What's this new showcase about?
Yes. This new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know? But what is it about? If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
Do you have any more information about the Salem witch trials?
Did the exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused, but it didn't seem fully complete. I was wondering if you had more information stored here somewhere.
Well, we do have the upper floor, which is also where I keep most of my accused witches stuff.
Would it be okay for me to go up there? I'd really like getting a better picture of the history of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted. But maybe just this once I can make an exception. You are here to help, after all. So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
I'll open the door for you. It's actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
You don't say. Okay, so...
Well, we have the tickets. Let's go see the lame witch of Salem. Oops. I mean real witch.
Just hold up. I want to go in there. Someone tell me how to go in there. Let me go in there. Thank you for opening the door. How about...
Closed off. Looks like they're preparing a new installation.
Yes! Not a bad view from up here. Is that a second book I can look at? It's hard to tell. I mean, that is for sure, but I don't want to miss anything. Salem and the Prohibition. The AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers during the Prohibition. Criminals used the sign of the AW, stating it was stood for another way. Cleverly thinking, the opposing strong drinks would believe the AW signs to be proclaiming and meaning to choose another way, or lifestyle, to choose to turn from the use of spirits, while some believed that to be a good message to turn users to another way of life. It was in reality only a cover. to smugglers and gangsters, the AW sign was code for another way out. The AWs were carved into trees and were hidden markings used as the sign that marked the path that led the way to hidden tunnels underground so they could smuggle their goods out. I did something with bootleggers already. The directional signs, according to the tales, led to secret underground passages to smuggle the illegal goods to gangsters and gain wealth off of the illegal beverage. The bootleggers' old inscription AW marked the way to underground tunnels that helped to transport beverages and goods under the nose of the law. I just figured out something. What if AW root beer was from this? If this is true, do you think AW root beer was formed because of bootleggers? Because holy crap, that'd be cool.
Someone's a busy bee. Old court protocols, ancestry records. Tegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
Alright, I want to look. Nope, not there, I guess. How about here? Nope, okay. AW notes. Are you a descendant? The Salem witch trials descendants have spread all over the globe, with 20 victims executed, over 200 accused, and over 150 having been arrested. The accused and victims now have a growing number of descendants and relatives. The descendants and relatives have an interest in discovering their past and honoring the victims. Do you have family ties to the accused? Here at the History Museum of Salem, we keep a genealogy list in memory of the accused. Be sure to join the museum's family tree and support the events and lectures that educate and honor the victims and their relatives and descendants. Male accused executed by hanging. Born to them. Wife Sarah Hawkins Wardwell. Children Mercy Samuel Jr. Accused by 14-year-old William Baker Jr. Motive was greed and gain a possible motive for Samuel Wardwell being proclaimed guilty of witchcraft. Sarah, his wife, had a large estate she would lose if her husband was convicted of witchcraft. The Providence of Massachusetts Bay law stated that those accused of witchcraft and dealing with the devil would incur a loss of inheritance and property rights. The victims and relatives were not protected of their rights. The descendants of the accused in the Salem's fight for their rights sued the colony. Sarah Good, born July 11th, Salem, born to John and Elizabeth, and Sarah, lots of Sarahs. Children Peter, John, Dorcas, Mercy, sisters to Martha, them, John again, Mary, tried and hanged. Accused records of Sarah Good, accused by Abigail Williams and Betty Paris of the Reverend Paris. Spectral evidence was known to be false. Sarah Good's daughter, age of 4, was charged with witchcraft, examined by Judge Hawthorne, found guilty as youngest child, accused and sentenced, and was put in jail in chains. Motives. Neighbors did not like her scornful nature and request for charity as she was a poor woman. Tabila called her a witch first, then Paris girls all created stories to have her tried for witchcraft. Crucible either lied to me or there's multiple things, but that makes sense. The AEW Accused Witches organization recognized the injustice of the past by honoring and supporting the ancestors of the accused, righting the wrongs for the past. We fight for justice and clearing all of the family names. We educate with spectral lectures and the AEW meetings to remember the past and prevent witch hunts in the future. The AEW is a safe community to express your feelings for lost relatives and to seek ways to honor their memories and where those descendants of the accusers can seek forgiveness. Fundraising for memorial for lives lost in global witch trials and relatives and descendants around the world. Join us in fighting for the evidence that proves the innocence of the wrongly accused. AEW, the past cannot be repeated, raising awareness through education, events, memorials for the accused. AEW Hearing Series, special community support for the accusers and the accused for healing of the past to grow a better future. AW Power, a movement to reclaim selected lands that were illegally lost to greed in the trials for the creation for centers of memorials, events, and lectures. The AW have their rights. Today, they can be restored through the global centers that educate, restore, and honor all of the accused. Alright, nothing on the back. real evil was in the accusers rather than those accused. The shame of being associated with the killings of the innocent in the Salem witch trials has a devastating impact on those associated with the accusers of the innocent who had blood on their hands. For the descendants, the shame was often too great to endure. Many moved from the area to start new lives. Others changed their names. Famous author Nathaniel Hawthorne was such a descendant. Author Nathaniel Hawthorne was born Nathaniel Hawthorne, and he was a great-great-grandson of the noted ruthless judge John Hawthorne, who had sent many to their deaths in the trials. The spelling of his name was changed to Hawthorne, in part to remove himself from the connection to his ancestors' shameful past. At one point, Nathaniel Hawthorne felt he was under a curse. He often wrote about Salem and the shame and sadness he felt. In his book, The Scarlet Letter, he wrote of John Hawthorne, so suspicious in the martyrdom of the witches that their blood may fairly be said to have left a stain upon him. He wrote The Scarlet Letter, huh? I didn't read that one. Reverend Samuel Parris did not apologize. However, he did state in 1694 that I might have been mistaken. He was kicked out of the village, but his family remained. It was rumored in later years of there being an ancestor to and that had altered their name to Perry Crud. I like how obvious it is now that the books you want are the books you want. Go on the witches tour is the only thing I have left to do. I can walk across this. I shouldn't, but I could. I'm getting afraid. I'm getting upset that I am no longer afraid that Deirdre is always right there when I turn around. How do I go downstairs? I came up this way, didn't I? There we go.
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem. Feel free to give it a try if you want. It's really fun and completely free.
Can I show you something? I found this letter at your house, and I'm curious who wrote it.
Let me see it.
Do you recognize it?
No, I don't. Were you digging through our trash?
Yeah, that's what I do.
I saw it. Couldn't help myself. What can I say? I love a good puzzle.
It's trash. Can you keep your assistant
I know, it's
out of my
terrifying.
garbage?
She's not my... Assistant isn't really the right word.
I can think of others.
Fine. Anything else?
Nancy doesn't let any details slip by her, no matter how mundane. And that just might be what we need to help May.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what it is. I've never seen it before. Could be one of May's weird friends from school, for all I know. Okay?
I thought she didn't really have any friends.
Well, I don't know who wrote it, okay?
Someone's getting defensive.
Talk to you later.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, okay, I didn't mean to look at the statue thing again. It's cool.
The figure of a Puritan woman accused of being a witch. These were ordinary people, just like anyone else.
I don't like the new way to get around. Alright, let's go on. How much time do I got left? 20 minutes? Yeah, let's go on the tour. Okay, this new way to get around I do not like. Stop it, Deirdre.
Now this accused witches group shows up from out of nowhere and thinks they're entitled to the Hathorne property.
Didn't they find proof for their claim? It's only fair.
How far back do these reparations have to go? It's been hundreds of years. Nobody owes these loudmouths squat. It's a bid for attention and money.
Must every response be outrage? I miss the peace and quiet.
That's cool. I wasn't really asking you. How do I talk to her? I want to go on the tour. Deidre, how do we go on the tour? You are a little close.
We have the tickets. Let's go see the lame witch of Salem. Oops. I mean real witch. Well, we have the tickets.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to find her.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Talk to you later. This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
Okay, let's.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry. You don't think she'd do it again, do you? She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, with her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So we'll find out soon enough.
My thoughts exactly.
Guys, her head's down because she is scared. Ah, got it. Okay, look for the raven and place the tablet over spots of interest. Sinkholes, memorial, Judge Hathorn's grave, unmarked grave, Little Liberty statue, Hathorn House, and Puritan. Look for this thing. Let the raven be your guide. Awesome. Okay. Hey, look, there really is a coven. There's 3 of them.
What does this mean?
Well, that makes things so much easier. New formula. And then that one, and then that thing. Okay. Let's go to the graveyard. Wait, does this count as a single? Doesn't matter, right? Stop it. Game, please. Hold still for like a second. I gotta adjust the window thing for sure. Oh, that looks like a little raven thingy over here. I just gotta figure out how to go over there. Okay, it won't let me, so what is this about? Bring light to the darkness.
Before you stands Abigail Hathorn, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorn himself. Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorn house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent.
Okay, that is not what I am getting from this picture at all. From this thing. It looks like she's beaten some children to death.
Bring light into the darkness.
You guys see that, right? Like, she looks like she's beating on those kids. And that one is begging for mercy. Alright, let's see what else I can find. Now, Salem has a pretty small grave yard, considering.
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorn estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorn House has since come to represent all the wrongs that were inflicted during the trial.
Not yet. There are some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
There's another one.
history, but some believe they belong to those sentenced for witchcraft. A condemned witch was forbidden from being buried on consecrated ground, but many victims were buried by loved ones in secrecy, and some may have found their eternal rest beneath these unmarked graves.
A lot of conjecture.
The remains of Salem's most zealous and conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorn that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorn never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trials.
They never talk about the third one. Alright, so which one do I still need to do? I need to go to Sinkholes, Memorial, and the Puritan statue. These two, I think, are in the... I don't think any of them are left here. Jesus, Deirdre. My God. Why are you always right there and always so scary? Okay. Okay, so I gotta go here. I'm getting the way to move, but not well. It's harder than it used to be.
The Salem Museum, known formerly as the Town Hall, not only a great resource for the Salem witch trials, it also holds records of other interesting facets of our local history. Anyone visiting Salem does well to seek out the forbidden knowledge hidden in these halls.
Yep, okay. What else is here? Accused Witches Memorial. Okay, which is this. Okay, so up and then over, and then that's how I can click on that. Okay.
It was a time of horror, when the witches who walked the earth were wrongfully prosecuted and thus stripped of everything. These are the ghosts you'll find here in Salem. Their homes taken, their knowledge destroyed, their lives erased.
Okay, so it's just the sinkholes, which I'm going to assume are outside. Because if they're not, then that is a very poorly built place.
The road has completely collapsed into the sinkhole. No wonder they closed it off. The ground is still crumbling.
Okay, this whole area is unsafe. Can we just not?
Oh there, watch your step. In recent years, these maws into the deep unknown have opened. There was once a vast network of tunnels beneath Salem, used by smugglers during the Prohibition era. Most would have you believe that these tunnels are now collapsing. But you have to wonder if there could be something more sinister behind these sudden maws into the underworld.
Okay, I'm officially exhausted. Let's head back to the Perry house, okay?
Try talking to Meg. Alright. Can I have a fast travel? $10 minutes.
So, any thoughts?
First album was better.
Yeah, totally. It's good.
Really? You like this?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, they were much better before they changed their bassist.
I meant the case. What do you think about it?
I don't like the judge.
Yeah, I kinda got that. I think the feeling's mutual.
Well, he's a jerk. Maybe he burned down the Hathorn house. What? You don't think so?
That magic that Olivia was using is so similar to what I saw in Austria.
I don't think the Witch of Salem is burning anything except people's hard-earned money. Those magic tricks are for kids.
If May were willing to give an alibi, we could clear this up tonight. She's not talking to anyone, it seems. We are all allowed to enjoy some amount of privacy, but her refusal to be interviewed leads me to believe she is hiding something.
I can't believe you, Drew. I thought you were here to help.
I am.
You know, not everyone can be as brilliant and cold as you are.
I'm not cold. And I never said I was brilliant either.
You need to get May to trust you. If she trusts you, she'll open up and tell you the truth. And then you'll see. You're kind of my last hope to reach her. You're good at finding ways to get people to open up.
I really am.
Usually. So find a way.
I'll try.
Why can I still hear the car radio? There we go.
Hi. Hey, what are you listening to?
You like this?
Yeah, we were listening on the way over. First album was much better. Yeah, too bad they changed bassists.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, you don't look like you listen to this music.
Why does no one believe me?
Now you know how I feel.
Can you tell me anything about Olivia Ravencroft?
Starship opens people up.
Tell you she doesn't get along with my sister.
Really? Why?
I don't know. They had some falling out a while ago. You should ask her.
Do you think Olivia would have any reason to light the Hathorn house on fire?
Let me put it this way. Olivia is what we call in this town part of the witch business. Anything dramatic, spectacular, or with fire, she's usually involved.
So you think she did it?
I didn't say that. I just think it's possible that she could have.
Okay, thanks. Your sister really cares about you.
She has a strange way of showing it sometimes.
Well, she cared enough to get Deirdre and I involved.
I worry about her.
How come?
She takes her work really seriously. Like, she cares. A lot. Like, way more than most normal people do for their passion projects. It's not a hobby, it's more like something she has to do.
Kinda sounds like me.
I hope not. It's like her personal crusade, like only she can make it better or something. You can't live your life like that. You need to enjoy it.
I may suggest a game for you, a small little indie title that I think is right up your alley and stupidly funny. Go on.
I know you don't know me that well, but I'm here to help you.
I didn't burn down the Hathorn house.
Okay.
Frog Detective. I will give that a shot.
It's called prejudice. I look different. Or something like that.
That doesn't seem like a good reason to burn down a building.
What can I say? We're stupid. It's gone.
Did you ever visit the estate?
All the time. I appreciated it.
Oh? Why? Because it's historically significant?
It was built by a cold, brutal man who sent a bunch of people to their death because he didn't understand them. I appreciate being reminded of what happens when greedy people stay in charge.
I get that.
Did you know Frances Tuttle very well?
No. But I know her daughter Lauren has that shop, Luminous Infusions.
You
Her
ever
daughter?
been inside?
No, why would I go there?
I was just wondering if you knew her.
I don't. I mean, I know she used to hang with my sister back in the day. But I guess they fell out or something, that's all I know.
Lauren used to hang out with... Oh, got it. That's what the coven thing is. It's the three of them. Got it. Also, it's not her daughter, it's her caretaker.
Look, I spoke with the judge. They don't have anything on you. All we need is an alibi, and then they can't charge you with anything.
And they're not going to have anything on me. Because he can't prove I did it.
Then why not just give the police an alibi? That's
That's all they need. I just can't. It's not only about me, okay? Okay, I understand. But I can't help you or anyone else if I don't know who they are.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't.
Do you and the judge know each other? Have a history?
The man thinks I'm a bad influence.
Why?
Because I used to be friends with his son. His
Oh.
son has had an interesting life, and he thinks it's my fault. He holds a grudge against me.
Gotcha.
Really? That sounds surprising.
You live in a small town long enough, people make up their minds about who you are. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just is.
We saw Tegan at the museum. Looks like she's working on an interesting installation.
Why don't you ask her?
Well, I thought you might have an opinion, or...
I don't. Can you just leave her out of this? I don't want her being involved with my problems.
So, I found this letter.
What is that?
I found it in your trash. It says, I know.
Yeah, I can read.
So?
So I don't know what it is. Don't go through my trash. I'm done talking, okay?
Seriously, I love your leggings. Oh, what time is it? There was a clock around the entry hall, I think. Oh, it still says 10:15. That didn't change. It didn't change at all. Why put a clock if it's not going to change? Unless it's 10:15 at night. But it could be.
Well?
She's protecting something. Or someone.
Okay, yeah, obvi. But what?
I don't know yet. I'm getting through to her, though. We have to go to the Hathorn house. Tonight.
Tonight? Like, in the dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have flashlights?
You do remember what I told you about that place, right?
How it's
You know
haunted?
what?
Yeah.
Better idea. I'll go. You stay here and see if maybe May feels like talking to you.
Be careful out there, Drew.
There's no such thing as ghosts, Deirdre. I'll be fine.
No, not ghosts. People swear there's something in that house. Too many people believe it to not be true. Could be a wild animal or a toxic waste dump, I don't know. Just keep your guard up, okay?
Wow, that was really sweet.
All right, let's not hug or anything. You should check in with Lauren Holt. She still lives up there. Take the keys for my car. It's way too far of a walk all the way there. And remember, things happen after midnight in Salem. Be careful.
Yeah, and that's a good place to stop. I haven't had a lot of puzzles, though. I've had to put together a piece of trash puzzle, and that's it, really. Yeah, okay. Other than that, it's been... Can't name it? There we go. I always name it. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight. Yeah. So, first impressions. No puzzles in the first 2 hours, which is strange for her interactive Nancy Drew. A lot of talking to people, which is always a thing. Always. The face and voices and words lip sync doesn't always match up sometimes, and that's weird. Moving around is hard, and the 3D looking around thing is strange. But I'm not... You know, it's different, and after 4 years, they always told us it would be different. I'm gonna adjust... Also, I wish I could adjust the people and the voice volume separately. It's like, the background noise is too loud and the people's is too soft, like usual. I mean, it's literally the 33rd game in the series. So it's not like, you know... anything, but starting off, the physical copy, they forgot the tag game part. It's supposed to say Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. They have the they have something online you can print off and put on here. So yeah, but they forgot the game title. You can see the shadow that was going to go under it a little bit, kind of, but they forgot the game title. Yeah, they screwed up the game box title. And again, I waited 4 years for this. You know? 4 years when they used to come out twice a year. 8 games should have come out in the time that took them to make this game. But I'm still waiting. It's only 2 hours in. Things are new. That doesn't mean it's different. So, first impressions are kinda, let's see what happens now. I'm hopeful. I don't like that there's no way to keep notes. Nancy Drew always used to keep notes for me. But it's different. It's just different. I'm not the queen of silver linings, PJ. I am... This is my favorite video game series, and it's been 4 years. And I really want it to be good. So bad. So bad. But I'll see what happens on Tuesday when I stream this again. So, thank you, everyone. PJ, Boone, probably Nick's in there. Brent's probably in there too. So thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see you on Tuesday for more Midnight in Salem.